Hello everyone. In this session we will discuss the access controls in the classes. So if you're writing the programs, in that case here we need to be write some access controls or else access modifiers or else we can call access specifiers. With these here we are writing our programmatic in our classes. So first here, if you need to be perform the classes or else objects, just you have to be define these access controls, right? So first here we need to be learn what we have the access specifiers. So these access specifiers are defining our classes to control our access control groups. Here we have the three types of keywords. In our access controls, we introduced the three keywords. Those are the public, private, and the protected. Public keyword, private keyword, and the protected keyword. These three are the keywords in our classes. Keywords. And if you need to be specify our access specifier, you can define that one how the members of the class can be accessed with the attributes and the methods. Access specifiers are performing like your members of a class that can be accessed, our attributes and the methods. So or else here these access specifiers are used to set the boundaries. Okay, so it can be sets the boundaries of the availability of member of the classes. So if you set the boundaries for that, so then the data members or else the member of the functions can be work with our classes into this. And if you're working our access specifiers in our program, those are ended with the colon. Those are at last you're ended with the colon. Okay, so in all the cases if you're writing the programmatic, just you're writing with the semicolon after the end of the line, right? But if you're defining the access specifiers, just end with the colon. So what we have the access specifiers here: public, private, and the protected. These three keywords are ended with the colon. Okay, and next here, whatever you have the data members and the data functions, data members in the member functions, those are here worked with this our access controls. Suppose here if you're writing the programmatic, so not only one keyword we can use in the one program, so at the same time here these three keywords are also used in our programmatic. At the same time here we can perform. So in one programming we can use the one or else two or else here three keywords also in one program. So you can use the public, private, protect in one program also is possible. So that is depends on our programmatic. And these three are defining or else here these three are specifying the same class, and it can be sets the different boundaries for different class members. So just it took the different boundaries only. So if you need, you can use these three into the one program is also possible. And the change of the boundaries for all the declarations is done by our classes. Let's see here, we will discuss these three keywords or else here these three access specifiers now. So first one we have the public. Okay, so here we have the public, right? So this public keyword or else here public is the one type of access specifier, and this public can be works here data members and the member functions. Data members and the member functions, these are declared in the form of public. These are declared in the form of public. Just you can see what is the public meaning. Public means here whatever we are writing the statements that can be visible to everyone, right? That can be visible to the everyone, and also those are available to the everyone. Public means here for everyone it will be works. For everyone it will be works. So whatever you have the data members and the member functions, those are declared in the public manner. So whatever we have those data and the functions, those will be in the public manner. So anyone can use those, and those are accessed by other classes also. Okay, so not only for that class here, in one programmatic here we can create the number of classes. Not only for that, okay, not only one class, if you're defining the several classes into the programmatic, so these, if you use it the public, okay, suppose if you are using the public keyword into the programmatic, so not only for that class, it can also be used for the another classes also. Like that, here we can perform the our public. Okay, and here sometimes your it will be the some changes also. If you need any changes, so you can do. So same process, if you need, you can process that one, or else here if you need any changes in that, that is also possible. So just see here just how it will be looks. Class, and here I'm taking the class name is like your public. Why? Because here we are writing the just your public type, right? Public keyword with the using of that public. So this is the access specifier. I am writing the access class public access, and then open the our class. In this I am using the public. This is the our keyword now. So here this keyword is ended with the colon. So just write the colon. After that, I am choosing the one data type is like your integer, and next here one variable is like your x, and next void display. Void display data type, sorry, return type with the function. After the completion of this, here close the our brace. So first one here we have the public, right? So that public is the access specifier. You can define this is the access specifier. Which type of access specifier? Public access specifier. And next here we have the int x. This is the data member declaration. You can see data member. This is the data member declaration. And next here we have the void display. So this is the our member function. You can see data members in the member of the functions are declared in the public manner. So those are accessing the our other classes also. So now this is what means member functions. Member function declaration. This is the member function declaration. Like this here we can perform the public. Just public is to everyone, so it is visible to the all the persons, and it can perform so whatever we given that into the number of classes also. So here it is performing the data members and the member functions, and within the form of our public mode, and also it is the outside of the class. Okay, and next here we have the second keyword, that is the private. Let's see here. So private means it is not for all the persons. It is just like your kept like secret manner. It is just like kept like secret manner. You can see. So suppose if we are working with a private keyword, so no one can access the our class members. Only for ourselves we are working. Only for ourselves we are working. So whatever you declared the statements in the private mode, that is only performed by yourself, and also here that is only viewed by yourself only. So that is not performed by any one person. So then here no one can access the class member declared. So that is like here our private. So it can be done in the outside the class, right? So if you are declaring the private mode, that is that is like you're getting secret manner, right? So by default here, whatever you declare the variables and the member functions, those are the private. In the public manner, you define the int x and you define the void display. Those are all visible to the all the classes, but this private is the only for that self. It is not shown to the any one of classes. Okay, so class variables and the member functions are in the form of private manner. Okay, these are not visible to any one person. These are in the form of secret manner. Private means you, it is like that meaning only, right? So suppose if anyone is trying to access this private member, for suppose if anyone trying to access this private member, they will get a compile time error. Why? Because here they don't know correct format. Or else you can see if in mobiles also we have some passwords. If you know the password, you can enter, that will be opens our mobile. Otherwise, if you're trying to you are trying to enter the some numbers, you don't know the password for that mobile, so that is like your private. So everyone is why they are using the passwords, some like your privacy, right? So if you're entering the some other numbers or some other password, it is shows like your uh, error manner, the password is incorrect, like that, right? So same like that only here. Public means here everyone can know, private means here is it is only for ourselves. If you're trying to access whatever you have the members, private members, that can be shows the our compile time like your error. Okay, so by default your classes class variables and the member functions are the private. And just see how we can write this one. Okay, so same like your public only we will write here. So first we need to be take the class, and next here we have after the class we are writing for the private, right? So just write the class name is like your private access, private access. And next here just open the our class, inside just write the private keyword. So this keyword is included with this colon, and I'm choosing the data type with the variable. Again I'm choosing the void display, void display. You can see the first private is our keyword, means our private access specifier, same as like in the public what I wrote. And the index is the data members, data member declaration, and the void display. So this is the our member function declaration, same as in the public mode. And next here we have the third one, that is the protected. So here protected is also similar to the our private. Okay, so just here we are giving the protection to ourselves. So if you are using the password to our mobile, means we are protecting the our mobile, we are protecting the our mobile. So same like that only here we can protect. If you need to be protect any one of a statement, you can use the protect keyword. So it makes the class members inaccessible outside the class. It is not accessing the member functions, it is performing the inaccessible type. And whatever you're performing into this, it can be so like whatever you given. Okay, so that can be accessed by any subclass of the that class. Any subclass of the that class means how it will be performed. So you can see, you know the inheritance performance, right? So inheritance, suppose here we have the class A. Okay, also we have the class B. So class A is inherited by the class B. Here now I am taking this is the parent. Class A is the parent. Class B is the child. Okay. So this child is always depending on the class A. So means class A will be having the own knowledge and class B will not having the own knowledge. Yes, it is having, but you're always here it is depending on the parents. Always it is depending on the parents. So in the inheritance topic. Okay. So then here class A is inherited by the our class B. So that's what here we can call this is the subclass, right? So in that case here we can protect means parents is protecting the our childs. Okay, for that case is here we can use the our protected keyword. By they can be accessed by any subclass of that class means here. So parent and child relationship here we can work. And next here, so same as like here whatever we wrote in the example format, just see class. So this is the protected, right? Just write the protected access. And next open the our class. In this protected keyword, write the column. And next here I am choosing the int x and next void display. So this protected is also access specifier and next here protected. This protected is the access specifier and ends with the colon. Int x is the our data member declaration and the void display is the member function declaration. So same like that here we can work the our access controls. Okay, so here we have the access specifiers in our classes or the 3 types: public, private and the protected. Thank you for the watching. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel.